The big Diablo IV announcement. New expansion, maybe a new class. Hopefully it's good.
Please welcome the General Manager of Diablo, Rod Ferguson.
How's everybody doing? Having fun?
I don't like this guy. I want to get rid of him. It's confirmed that this guy doesn't play Diablo 4, but yet he's making it for some reason. And no one on his team plays Diablo 4. Because the game still has so many woeful mistakes that would not exist if anyone just played this game for 5 minutes. And yet, he keeps making it. I'm honestly extremely disappointed with this.
This feels amazing. So glad you're here. And I'm so happy the people at home are here as well. You know, watching that was such a great reminder of what a fantastic community we have and what an exciting year it's been. Now, you might have missed it, but in there was a clip of a blind gamer, Tylenif, defeating our hardest boss, Uber Lilith. Now, we strive to make the...
Oh. If the dude's blind and he can still defeat the boss, what does that tell you about the boss? What does that tell you about the game? The hardest thing in the game gets defeated by a guy who's blind. That's insane.
Diablo is approachable and as accessible as possible, and watching clips like that make me and the team extremely proud. And of course, I love the tattoos.
Also, just slight FYI, think about it for a bit. Hey, a blind dude can destroy Uber Lilith, and you can't. Oh man, your ancestors are looking down upon you at this point with pure shame. Nothing but pure shame and disgust.
You know, I still can't believe over 1,000 people got permanent Diablo tattoos at our Hell's Inc. events, including me. And so, you know,
Yay!
So, you know...
Now I want him more fired because that would be just extra regret.
We talk a lot about the last BlizzCon 4 years ago, and back then, you know, the Diablo community was hungry. Hungry for even more experiences in that dark, gothic place caught between the high heavens and the burning hells, a little place we call Sanctuary. And in that time, I've been very fortunate to work with some of the best developers in the industry. People who love Diablo as much as the rest of us. And it was their passion and dedication to this universe that released a great new Diablo game every year for the last 3 years. Diablo II Resurrected brought the return of the classic that helped define the genre.
Okay, Resurrected was fine.
I love Diablo II. So it was remastered for a new generation now for PC and console. And Diablo Immortal brought Sanctuary to mobile for the first time, bringing millions of new players into our universe.
Yeah. The people who are yelling in the crowd are Blizzard employees, probably at this point. Not good.
In fact, you might not know this, but 60% of Diablo Immortal players have never played a Diablo game before. So we really welcome them to our universe. And then, of course, there's Diablo IV. Now, it was that kind of excitement that made it the biggest launch in Blizzard's history. And it means so much to the team to see how you've embraced it. You know, we've played over 1.5 billion hours together so far, and it's your love for the game that drives us. Thanks to you, we've made a lot of changes over the last 5 months. In fact, our patch notes for Season of Blood, our second season, were over 14,000 words long.
Wow!
That is how much our community...
That's not good. It shouldn't probably be even 1/10 of that, okay? The reason it's that long is because you screwed up that much. This intro feels so honestly sad. Because it's like, okay, I need to be hype about Diablo 4, like, you know, pretend that we didn't completely screw the pooch. But you did.
has influenced and will continue to influence the evolution of Sanctuary. And if you haven't yet made it...
You know what's a good game? A game that doesn't have patches because it's already good. That's a good game. A game that makes patches just to switch up the game, but not because it needs to be switched up, because it's just a good thing to do. Not Diablo that introduces a new season, adds a gem bag, and then completely blatantly tells everyone, yeah, we don't actually know why people wanted the gem bag, but we added it anyway. Now you don't have to waste slots on gems, but hey, look at this. More shit that's gonna take up space in your inventory for no reason, because we don't even understand why we're doing things. That doesn't feel great.
You know, made that leap into the darkest Diablo story ever told. Now is the perfect time to pick your class, build your character, join Phil Spencer, and see what the hell it's all about. And with that, I'd like to introduce Diablo IV's 2 production directors. They help lead the teams who are building everything we do today and everything moving forward. Please welcome Tiffany Watt and Chris Wilson.
Hey, BlizzCon. The last time...
You see why this doesn't work out? This is a random woman, just a diversity hire, and the people in charge here are dead. What are the chances? Oh, that's right. Very minimal that this is actually a reality and the most competent people. But they do serve a really, really good purpose for Blizzard's, oh, look at us, we're so inclusive. No one goes around cubicles stealing breast milk anymore, fantasy. You see? I mean, do you think this is a coincidence? That these people can be attributed to diversity hires, and this guy probably has never played Diablo IV in his life? Do you think this is a coincidence why Diablo IV failed so miserably at its launch, and is still failing technically, but it has gotten at least slightly better? No, these are not coincidences. There's no such thing as coincidence in this world.
Last time I was on stage, I was helping to announce Diablo IV. To be here today with all of you is so awesome.
At least she's
was
hotish.
Incredible. We're really excited to be here today to share what's coming next. But first, let's highlight some of the player feedback that's in Season of Blood today. So many of you have told us that you wanted more in-game activities. So we've given you a couple this season. One now, and another coming early next month. So live now is our new boss ladder. This is a series of additional boss fights from level 55 to...
All of these bosses might as well just stay still. That's literally it. All of these bosses might as well just, summon and stay still. Or even honestly better, just instantaneously drop the loot when they're summoned. They're not even a challenge, okay? These bosses are worse than doing normal Shaper in PoE when you have the most currently overpowered build in the game with the best items possible, okay? These bosses are worse than that experience.
100. That will also see the return of our kind of gross but farmable and rewarding friend Duriel, who you can go after for Uber Uniques that everybody's been sieging for. And with those new bosses dropping both Uniques and Uber Uniques at a much higher rate, and even dropping some special cosmetics, you're going to want to make your way to level 100 so you can fight them all. So in the Season of Blood, we've rebalanced the endgame, letting you get to level 100 about 40% faster than in Season 1.
Good.
I know I've been taking advantage of that experience.
After nerfing the experience 7 times in a row when the game released, yeah, I think that's a step in the right direction.
Boost, and I have 2 characters in Season 2 already. Of course, all that leveling is about getting that amazing loot. So we've also changed how item power works. We've raised the power cap, and it's now more closely tied to the level of monster you defeat to get it. The more challenging the fight, the better the loot. There's still lots of work to be done with reworking itemization. In fact, it's one of our highest priorities.
Good.
This, along with upgrades to some of our unique items, is a great first step. So please keep that feedback coming. Now let's talk about quality of life. Here's a few improvements that came directly from you. All of your renown rewards now carry over season to season and from the Eternal Realm.
The fact that this took 20 years, well, not 20 years, but you get the point. The fact that this needed multiple months of straight up convincing by everyone in the game that renown sucks is insane. And now that this is done, we're obviously at the next step where renown should just literally be removed because it's useless and it's boring and it's stupid. Okay? We finally are at that threshold. Maybe Blizzard after 3 years is gonna remove renown if we're lucky.
Additional character slots. We added 2 this season. So you
Wow!
can create even more characters and try different builds. A targeting dummy.
Why only 2? Because you probably need to load every other person that's in the game characters also because of some stupid Blizzard coding reason.
It has been added to Kyovashad as you can test those builds before you run into the butcher.
Wow.
Searching and filtering your stash is now possible, and your stash is now available in every town in Sanctuary.
Wow. How about filtering doesn't mean shit. We just want to disenchant all of this garbage and keep maybe like very specifically amazing pieces, and that's it. How about you just give us what we really want, what we told you that we want from the very, very, very start. You know, just a place where we can just infinity put in aspects, so, you know, it doesn't take space at all. Because the only reason people are keeping items in their stashes is not because they're good. You're only gonna find very few of those items. And five or whatever amount of stash tabs that you currently have is plenty for the rest of your life. Honestly, if you're gonna put if you're gonna put yellows in there, okay? Because you're never finding enough items like that. But why do we need to go to the filter? Why did we need a loot filter? Why couldn't we just, you know, instantaneously move away from the loot filter into, well, we can disenchant everything and not lose anything? That's the permanent solution.
World bosses appear almost twice as often, so you can die almost twice as often. And we've also freed up some inventory space by making gems a crafting material to make even more room for those uber uniques.
Yeah. It's just painful. Okay, they added a gem stash. Well, how about a stash for the current seasonal things that we need to keep in our inventory and it's just taking up like 5 or 6, 7 slots of your inventory for no reason? How about a slot for, I don't know, the consumables, the potions? Would be pretty good. But no. Instead of holding potions and dungeon sigils, we need to now dedicate half the inventory for boss summoning. They have learned nothing.
Those are just a few of the new additions already in the game, but we're not done with Season of Blood yet.
In fact, starting next week, we'll introduce 5 unique class-specific rings that will let you relive some of the fun from Season of the Malignant.
Oh, look at that! Something that everyone said that should not be removed on Season 2, aka the things from Season of Malignant. They're like, yeah, you know the thing that you, again, told us not to do? Yeah, we did it anyway, and now we're bringing it back. Nice one, Blizz. Nice one.
Necromancers, once again, corpses will automatically do your bidding.
Yeah, imagine that. A good mechanic. Kill me now.
Just by being in your presence.
Yeah. I told you that removing that is going to be painful, and guess what? It is. It is. But everyone knew that removing the malignant hearts was going to be a shitty idea. Except Blizzard. Some magically how the people who have never played the game that they made didn't understand that removing the hearts is a shitty thing. life is pain. Especially if you're a Diablo 4 player.
Then on December 5th, we'll also be adding an enchanting preview to the Occultist. So this will allow you to see which affixes are possible before you spend your hard-earned gold. It's just another way to give you even more control over making just the right build for the challenge at hand. Also on December 5th, as promised, we'll have another exciting new in-game activity, a 6-week event called Abattoir of Zir. It's a highly replayable pinnacle experience designed for players who have reached level 100, slain Uber Duriel, and mastered all of the other challenges that Season of Blood has to offer.
Oh,
Those who
actually,
survive
good things?
will attain a Paragon glyph constructed of the Vampire Lord's very own blood. But beware, Abattoir of Zir starts difficult and only gets harder. And of course, as we near the end of Season of Blood, it'll be holiday time.
I'm not gonna lie. It's probably not gonna be hard at all. Blizzard doesn't understand hard. They just understand, okay, so we're gonna make this skill super hard to spot. So there's no sound cue, there's nothing, and it one-shots you. Yeah, that's what Blizzard means when they say hard. So yeah, this is not gonna be fun, probably. This is gonna be repetitive, boring, and painful.
Not only here,
And not because it's hard in the good sense, because it's hard in all the wrong senses.
but in Sanctuary as well. Our first ever holiday event, Midwinter Blight, starts on December 12th.
Oh, okay.
For 3 weeks, we're going to transform the Fractured Peaks into a winter terror land, and it'll bring a whole new meaning to the word sleigh ride.
No.
And be sure
No.
to keep your eyes peeled for a mysterious red-cloaked terror.
Nothing is as terrifying as Chris's puns, but I will.
A tampon? Oh. We get to fight a tampon, boys. That's pretty scary. Those things are disgusting.
Be sure to check out Midwinter Blight. From there, we are on to Season 3. We can't go into too much detail now, but with the endgame being so important, let's talk about leaderboards. We're creating a whole new type of weekly challenge dungeon.
Leaderboards suck. No one actually cares about them. You know how many people care about the leaderboards? Roughly probably less than 100 in the whole world. Because no one else is gonna try and compete in them. No, leaderboards are a complete dead-on arrival thing. 100 people in the best case scenario will actively care about them. And no one else ever will. They're gonna be there, and no one's gonna click on them.
Called the Gauntlet, where the heroes of Sanctuary can compete for their class ranking against their friends, their clan, or anyone in the world. Watch out, Mike Ibarra. I am coming for you. At the end of each week, the heroes with the highest rank will be added to the Seasonal Hall of Ancients, where their name and build will live on.
Wow.
So, that's a quick look at where we are today. And while the live game is our
At
number
least
one
she's
priority
hot.
right now, we have a separate Diablo IV team that's been working hard on our next chapter. So how about a little teaser?
By the way, Diablo 4 at some point is gonna be good. Because actually, look at how much stuff they're trying to add here. Intermittent season activities, seasons, expansions, this, that, more things in the season. If they add... Imagine how good Diablo 4 would honestly be if it was ran by people who at the bare minimum play the game. Imagine how honestly good it would be if it was made by people who were not incompetent. It is absolutely crazy to imagine how groundbreaking Diablo 4 would be. But it's not. Because these people cannot be trusted. They don't know why they make decisions. They don't know why the player base wants X. Even if the player base, by the way, explains why they want X. They still don't get it.
It's super early, but as we look to expand on the story we started in Diablo IV, we're going to take you somewhere even darker where hatred's influence continues to consume Sanctuary.
Are we gonna see the Mephisto trailer? Oh yeah.
We have each played a part in what has happened here.
Mephisto's voice is good, that's dope.
You abdicated your choice to this child. And with every
Boring.
step you take, I grow stronger. There will be no
Kurast. Welcome to the Traviansel. Mephisto's temple. Not impressed.
salvation in the light.
Vessel of hatred. This is... I watched the World of Warcraft announcements. Classic Plus looks absolutely lit. Chris Metzen potentially actually is going to save the World of Warcraft lore. And yet I'm watching the Diablo IV one, and they're quite literally shitting the bed. Okay? Like, this trailer is as bad as it gets. We see nothing. There's some kind of stupid whispers going on in the background that are annoying. The audio levels... The audio guy probably got a stroke while doing the mixing part. And that's pretty much it. And they recolored the 4 from red to green. It's really getting hard to be excited about Diablo 4. Even though it's getting better, it's still really, really painful.
Vessel
Yeah,
of
no
Hatred
one's
is
applauding.
Diablo 4's first expansion.
Whoa!
Its campaign will continue the dark tale that began in Diablo 4. As
I
we
don't
learn
know
the
what's
fate
the
of
campaign.
the prime evil Mephisto and his demonic...
Oh yeah, who got taken by the random girl that no one liked, had no impact on the story, and had a really fucking annoying voice. Gee, I can't wait for an expansion when we see that girl, who no one liked. I really can't wait. It's gonna be great.
plans for Sanctuary. To do that, we'll be visiting a region new to Diablo 4 and a fan favorite from Diablo 2. The lush jungles known to outsiders as Torajan, but known by the locals as Nahantu. With this new story set in a mysterious new region, comes new ways to play.
That's also stupid. If there are locals that call something X, and though there's many locals, as many that actually worth mentioning, you're not gonna come in and start calling things at random, okay? This doesn't even make sense that there's 2 names for the same thing. It just doesn't.
New evils to vanquish, and, of course, a completely new class never seen before in the
That's
Diablo
hype.
universe.
That's hype.
Vessel of Hatred releases late next year, and we cannot wait to share more about it this summer.
Late next year, that's fine.
Now, before we leave, we want you to know that it's your passion that drives us. Your feedback will
Why didn't you listen to our passion and feedback in that case?
continue to help us evolve and improve the Diablo IV experience for years to come.
Yeah, okay.
We couldn't be more excited about our future, and we hope that you are too. Our team has put in a lot of hard work, and we love seeing your love for
Put in more, pay them less, and physically intimidate them.
this game.
So they actually work.
So please join us tomorrow. We have a special Diablo IV campfire panel where we'll be sharing more details about the expansion, deeper dive on some of the upcoming game changes, and we'll also have a special Q&A session to close it out. So enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, and we'll see you in Sanctuary.
Yeah, no. It's really painful looking at this. It's like, no, it's kind of going in the right direction, but it's like, I look at this and it's very clear to me that at any point, if these people relax even for a millisecond, Diablo 4 is just gone, up in flames, gone, exploded, destroyed, unrecoverable. Because you can't trust these people at all. They're just gonna destroy it. The moment we relax, they're just gonna take Diablo 4 as, you know, a baby, and then just drown it or something. It's not gonna be good. Sad. But at least she's hot. Anyway, this was Quizzer Sensei. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.